Hello everyone and welcome to another YachtWay Spotlight. Today I am going to take you on a full thorough walkthrough of this 2004 Lazzara 80. Now, I have to say, keep the age of the boat aside, but what's amazing about it is how much space and how many features a boat that is 20 years old has. So come with me and let's take a look. We're starting our walkthrough all the way from the main salon on the main deck here. Cabin height, about 6'3", I would say. And talking about the Lazzara as a brand, it's actually a US brand built here in Florida. Well, this boat at least was built in Tampa, Florida. But you do have a very nice salon area over here with the TV on your starboard side, sliding doors which will go out from very soon, nice seating area, lounging area, big windows on both sides, and of course a dining area where you can easily sit 6 people. And what's neat is actually you have these cabinets behind. So this one is used obviously for your wine glasses and champagne glasses, and same thing on the other side. But what's cool with a glass cabinet over here is once you open it up, you have the glasses over here, and these are not your fake glasses, these are real crystal. And with boats, obviously, when you're rocking around, they're going to be flying all over the place. But they have these very cool little slats that you just slide over the stem of the glass, and now it stays in the same place. So even if it's choppier weather outside, these glasses will stay in the same place. That's really cool. You don't often see it, but something neat to point out. As we keep walking, you have stairs over here that lead to guest cabin and owner's suite. You have a nice storage area over here, which you can use to keep all your nitty-gritty, which leads you also towards the galley area and a helm station. So let's go take a look. As we're heading now towards the galley area, you have storage cabinets, which you can use, to keep all your nitty-gritty, like your spices, etc., stored away over here. And you get to a galley area. What's neat is, again, I want to remind everybody that this is an 80-foot boat. You have an island with a dual sink and a dishwasher right underneath, and behind me, a proper household fridge. I mean, you have a freezer and you also have a fridge side, plenty of space to keep all your liquor. And of course, a cooktop, a 4-burner cooktop, microwave, and I mean, this is a proper oven where you can make anything. No gourmet meal is gonna be impossible to make on this boat, I tell you that. You have knives magnetically held on the wall, more storage space, plenty of area to keep all your dishes, etc. Grill for your sandwich. This is brand new. Maybe one sandwich has ever been made. Also have this ice maker, and this ice maker makes proper amount of ice. That's just filled properly with ice. Very nice. And of course, your wine cooler, so you can make sure that all your whites and reds are nicely stored away. And of course, when you want to have maybe a owner-operator, maybe you make your breakfast here, sit down over here, easily 4 or 5 people, no problem whatsoever. Look out, plenty of natural light that comes in, big windshield wipers I see, and again, I mean, very spacious space to be. As we walk now from the sitting area here, you also have a TV on the wall. So if you do want to, watch the news in the morning when you're having your fresh pancakes, you can do that. And of course, while you're enjoying your breakfast pancakes, you also have a dayhead, which you can use. And you also have a helm station, which we'll come back to. And you also have actually an additional access door, sliding door that heads to the bow, which will go shortly as well. But what I do want to show you before we head to the owner's cabin is how nice the crew cabins on this boat are. And frankly, I don't even know if these are crew cabins because they're so nice. They might very well be just as guest cabins. So let's take a look. As we're coming down from the stairs, now first thing that this is a theme across this boat. Obviously the walls are very nicely finished, like a linen texture, but the carpets, not just are these carpets soft, they're beyond what I've ever felt under my feet. I think there's additional cushioning underneath the carpet to make it super plush. Talking about plush, you can keep all your laundry washed and plush here as well. So you have a washer dryer, separate units. And this is not the only set of washer dryer on this boat. There's an additional set which we'll come back to. I mentioned you have a crew cabin over here. So this is your first, I want to say, crew cabin. Maybe it's not even a crew cabin, because as you can see, it's super nicely finished. This is a full plus size bed. You have a desk over here, maybe for a captain, but otherwise a work desk. Plenty of storage above you, night lights, obviously controls, and you also have a dry head right behind the camera over here as well. And all the way forward to the bow, you have an additional cabin, which is the second crew cabin, if I may say, with 2 bunk beds. And these are oversized bunk beds. These are not your, normal size, small, tiny bunk beds. These are proper size beds. Nice hanging closet, and they have their additional, their own private head over here as well, which is a dry head once again. So for example, if I would be now on this boat, I get my freshly washed shirt out from the dryer, I would want to make sure that it's wrinkle free. So to do so, you just open up this cabinet, and voila, now you have a proper ironing board over here, so you can do your ironing and make sure that your shirts are always properly pressed. From the main deck, we're gonna head down to the guest cabins now. As we're coming down from the stairs, the first thing you have is a very large corridor, in a normal terms, where you have a nice stand here. You can keep your nitty gritty. And I mentioned that this boat has 2 sets of washer dryer, and this is where you have the second set. So you have to have a lot of laundry to wash, or if you have a ton of laundry, you can make sure that all of that gets washed at all times. And of course, plenty of storage to keep your items as well. So let's start our walkthrough. Now there's 3 cabins over here, and the owner's cabin is all the way back, so it's a full beam owner's cabin, which is great. And this here is the owner's cabin. Again, I want to say you have more headroom in the owner's cabin than you have on a main salon, which is quite unique. King size bed, proper, hanging closet, proper work desk. This is a gaming setup over here, or maybe it's just, this must be a gaming setup. Yeah, anyhow, so 2 nightstands, mirrors on both sides, plenty of storage once again on both sides. And what you also have is, not to mention, a humongous TV, so you can watch that while you're going to sleep. And of course, a windows on both sides, so you have a lot of natural light that comes in. And of course, a full proper size head with dual sinks, mirror that goes all across, and of course, a walk-in shower. I mean, this is a walk-in, and you even have a bench here. The shower is so far that if you sit down over here, you don't get even splashed by water. That's proper size shower. Yeah? And of course, your toilet over here, and even more storage for your linens and towels as well. So from the owner's cabin now, we're walking to the guest cabin, to first of 2. Let's start with the one all the way on the port side. We walk to one of the 2 guest cabins down here. And again, you get a nice queen size bed, plenty of headroom. All the walls are very nicely finished. TV to watch before you head to sleep. And also, you have a speaker system that is behind this panel over here, so it gives you a nice surround system. Also, you have a closet where you can keep all your clothes at. And what's nice is all the walls, even in the closet, are very nicely finished. And it's something that you don't expect from a boat that is from 2004 maybe. And this boat, like I mentioned, is listed for sale on YachtWay.com. And let me just check the price. It's 1.299 million US dollars. And if you want to check it out, go YachtWay.com, link down below, and you can also explore this boat in 3D. And of course, every guest cabin, a good guest cabin, would have its own head, and this is no different. You have mirrors all around, and also a proper shower. Maybe can't stand up fully, but you can wash yourself down when you need it. And like I mentioned, this is one of the 2 guest cabins on this boat. And this is the second guest cabin. Now, you have total of 2 guest cabins, 1 owner's cabin, and the additional bow cabins, which you could use as a crew cabin or as guest cabins as well, in which case you would really have 4 guest cabins and owner's cabin on this boat, which is a lot of space. And this one is very much the same exact mirror reflection of the other guest cabin that we just came from. We're heading out now to test out the Lazzara 80 and see how it performs. First things at the Helm station, talking about performance, we're doing right now 7 knots, 7.5 knots. It is the quietest thing I have ever been on. It is unbelievable. It's like, I was like, do we have engines on, or are we like sailing or something? Because it is incredibly quiet. This is amazing. Seat, super comfortable. So if anybody wants to be here and do longer cruises, you can do that. If you want to get yourself even more comfortable, you also have an option here. With a little push of a button, you have a hand pump here, so you can pump your lumbar support in the back and make it more comfortable. And yes, wait a second, we had to do this. So a lot of people might wonder, why is it manual like this? Well, number one, because it'll never gonna break. It'll be very reliable. It's only relying on your muscles. Maybe if so this is great. Talking about that, obviously all the controls are right here. Your throttle controls, your mouse. You can use a mouse to control systems. Your engine controls, obviously your GPS for Garmin's, also has a stabilizer. So you stabilizer control bow thruster, side power bow thruster, which is great, and everything else. So again, great view out, big windows, and everything is nicely finished. All the leather over here is nicely finished. And this boat, even though it's 2004, they did a full refit on the boat 2016. So if you want to read more about it, once again, click on the link below and it takes it to YachtWay, and you can see everything that they've done to the boat, including fully rebuilding the engines itself, which is great. Okay, now without further ado, let's go outside. Stuart, Florida, here we come. Starting with the outside tour all the way at the bow. So you have a nice high walkways with the grab rail. Actually, this is a nice thick grab rail, very comfortable. The moment you get to the bow, first thing that you see, you have this really nice sunbed. 6'1", plenty of space. You can easily fit 3-4 people over here, no problem whatsoever. And what's neat is all the cleats, usually cleats on the boats look like normal cleats, but these have been beautifully designed. I mean, we can put some photos over here of normal cleats, how they look like, but this one's, I have to say, these take the cherry, you know, these take the cake. I think these are the best looking cleats we've ever seen on YachtWay. So there you go, you have nice cleats. And of course, next to this, these are actually mood lights. So at nighttime, they light up nicely, making the deck shine bright like a diamond, you know? And of course, every boat has to have an anchor. Proper sized boat has an anchor. This one has a bow anchor as well. You have the controls, windlass controls. So with the toe, you can push up and down, whatever way you like. And obviously, every windlass needs to have a proper lock. This one is no different, has a lock once again as well. And also a freshwater outlet. So if you do want to put your clothes over here, rinse the boat down or rinse the chain down as it comes up, you can do that as well. And of course, you also have a flag post over here. If you want to put a wind flag out here or a black mooring buoy to show that you are anchoring, you can do that as well. Now it's time to take a look at the aft deck of the Lazzara 80. First thing, obviously, you have a nice seating area where you can easily fit 8-10 people, no problem. Nice area for watching TV. So while you're sitting over there, you have a TV and a proper size fridge that fits plenty of drinks inside, plenty of them to grab from here. And you also have a helm station. So if you're now doing port side mooring, you have your engine controls and your bow thruster, obviously your engine shut down and horn. Once again, why do I say just port side? Well, because if we now jump to the starboard side, you have the same thing for your docking also on your starboard side. So if you're having starboard side mooring, you have your same controls, making sure that you don't have to jump from one side to another. How cool is that? Which makes it a boat with 4 helm stations on an 80-foot boat. You haven't seen this one before. Welcome to the Flybridge of the Lazzara 80. You have 2 accesses to it. Obviously, you can come from the aft deck with the stairs down. Now, these are steep stairs. I wouldn't recommend maybe older people, kids to run up from here. But you also have proper stairs next to your galley at the bow as well. Once you get to the Flybridge, you have a nice seating area, which, I mean, you can again fit 4 or 5 people, no problem whatsoever. Nice table. And the pinnacle of the Flybridge is a jacuzzi. So you have a proper sized jacuzzi that you can enjoy on an 80-foot boat. I mean, think about all the cabins, all the space that it has, and you also have a jacuzzi, something that you don't often see on a boat in this size. As we keep walking on your port side now, you have a nice ice maker, which you can use to keep all your ice inside. You have a bar counter, 3 bar stools, and an additional seating area with a soft canvas top, so you can make sure you cool yourself down when you're lounging on the Flybridge. Obviously, you can access the bar in the back, and you also have 2 nice fridge drawers over here, which you can use to keep all your drinks at. And additional counter, and of course, not to mention a proper helm station. So a captain has his own seat with a leg rest. Again, super comfortable. This one does not have a pump, so you cannot pump your seats, but otherwise, it's a very comfortable place, as you can imagine. Clear view out, and of course, you have a love seat next to the captain's seat, so if somebody wants, they can sit next to the captain. And what's great is this whole helm station actually goes all the way down, so when you're not using the boat, all the electronics are protected and hidden away from the elements, making sure that they look like brand new, even when they're 20 years old. This concludes our walkthrough of the Lazzara 80. So if you're looking to buy this boat or any other boat in the world, then visit YachtWay. It is the most modern listing platform in the entire world. And you can explore boats in 3D or virtual reality, both like this. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more YachtWay, then hit the subscribe button down below. And if you have any comments or suggestions, then leave them in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.